Take my hand and never let go.
Because Lighthouse X is singing the song Soldiers of Love at Eurovision 2016.
So let's not wait for someone else to make it right, make it right. Take my hand and never let go. Side by side we walk in open road, unbreakable with hope in our hearts. Step by step we'll make a new start. Let's be soldiers of love, soldiers of love, soldiers of love for life.
You guys, we are experiencing a boy band revival with these three.
Amen.
They are going old school, giving me shades of Backstreet Boys, maybe a little bit of NSYNC, but much cleaner, a lot less naughty. They want us to change the world. Their song is all about optimism and positivity, and I absolutely dislike this. I find it really, really bland. Talk about variations on a theme. It's like the same melody on loop about 50 times. They really had to struggle to make this 3 minutes. It's like at 2 minutes they could have stopped, but it's like, oh, let's just, I don't know, key change. Let's do that. I'm sorry. I'm bored. I'm bored. Chris.
I don't get bored by the song, which I suppose is a good thing. I don't love the song. I kind of like it. It's one of those where we've spoken so many times about these boy band songs, mainly from Denmark. I mean, anti-social media, I could probably cut and copy what I said last year for this year. Lighthouse X, Lighthouse 10, they are very, they seem nice people, they seem very cheerful, they are a professional band.
Get to the song.
But that, I can't talk about the song because there's just nothing to talk about. It's the blandest shade of beige and inoffensive. But that's the thing, it is inoffensive, so I can't hate it. I can just not feel any real positivity.
See, no, I find this offensive. Denmark, Denmark had such a strong selection, and they went for the bland, middle of the road piece of crap. And like Lighthouse 10, they're nice people, and we always said there's really few artists who enter Eurovision who are generally horrible people. Like, it's not that kind of a show. But this song is just so mediocre from a nation that had a run of being in the top 5 for 4 years, and they've just nosedived this year. I mean, last year wasn't exactly spectacular, and this is just. It's just really disappointing. And also, there's so much more they could have done. It's 90s boy band. It's not like boy band 2016. It's not like your One Direction or anything like that. It sounds so well, not like NSYNC. That's insulting to NSYNC. It's like an NSYNC B-side.
Okay, just when I thought I was actually agreeing with Angus, this is literally just thrown me smack in the middle of the road. Don't jump on that line. I'm in shock. Okay, C21 flashback. Years ago, flew to Copenhagen to watch them sing live. They slayed. One of them is now in Lighthouse 10. This is the biggest boy band Denmark has ever seen. Took Asia by storm, took Europe by storm. It's a big deal. I was at Dance Melody Grand Prix covering for wiwibloggs. Again, these guys know how to do it. It needs to be age appropriate. They're not going to do One Direction when they're not 14, 15 and they're not appealing to that market. Take That are also a boy band, can I just point out. Boyzone are also a boy band, and they're ministering to a completely different demographic. This is where Lighthouse 10 sits in. And they are bringing authenticity and being very faithful to their genre. They're bringing something likable, something bubbly, something slightly bubblegum, and something safe. Who doesn't want to be a soldier of love?
I need a towel because your fan wank is all over
don't even give me that.
Listen.
I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. William, this is really good.
I respect your opinion, and I will admit this. I don't like the song, but when it starts playing, I find that I hum along. I find that I sing along. So they have crafted something that very cleverly gets stuck in your head, and that will only help it at Eurovision.
And when you meet them in Stockholm, I kid you not,
charming and gorgeous.
Oh,
Christian gospel. This reminds me of Christian pop music, and I don't like that genre of music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like I feel like I'm being drawn into some kind of religious cult. Chris.
I think my big issue with it is Denmark have such an amazing pop scene or music scene, and we even saw that in the national final with Simone and with Anja Nielsen. I wasn't that bothered about DMGP this year, but I can appreciate that. And on that point, their Take That, Denmark have already sent a Ronan Keating knockoff one year, and now they're sending a Take That ripoff this year. And it's like, where is the drive to do something great again with Denmark? Because they had Emily DeForest, and then ever since then it's been like, oh, well, we'll send the Bruno Mars ripoff. Oh, we'll send the Take That ripoff. Oh, we'll send whatever anti-social media.
Can I just say that these people don't even, they may be champions of their genre, but they're certainly not originators of it.
No, but it's a kind of, it's always not the best that it could be. Lighthouse 10 are not the best version of what they are.
For me, there is only one Lighthouse at Eurovision 2016, and that belongs to Croatia. Let's go around and give our scores out of 10, and if you would like a prediction, and definitely a justification, let's start with Debbie.
This is a 6.5 for me. Like I said, I was the Dance Melody Grand Prix. They were brilliant then, and they're still brilliant now. I think that they serve a very healthy flavour of that sort of boy band collective. They're singing a good song, it's memorable, it's danceable, it's inoffensive, it's pop, and they're not trying to be anything else. Why should we have punitive measures for that?
This is a 2 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
And like, no, like you can guffaw and like gurn in the corner, like you do you, I'm doing me. This is a 2 out of 10. Like the boys have great voices, but the song is just like unbearable. It just makes you cringe when you listen to it. It's that kind of throwback that you're just like, God, was this really ever popular music? And like, yeah, it may be their genre, they may be pop. Like, Take That, I don't see this in the same league because there's nothing original about the song. It's just, we've heard this all before.
Great voices, great styling, great personality. I'm sure it will have great staging, but let's break it down. Eurovision Song Contest. And the song is not present. For me, this is a fierce 4.
I gave it a 6, which considering what I was saying, probably might surprise some of you, and I'm imagining Devon on the other side is probably much the same.
No, he's loving it.
But that's the thing, like I said at the start, it's not something that I intensely dislike, it's just something that is there, it's average, there's nothing that I can hate about it, but there's nothing that makes me go like, oh, you know, that's good, it's a 7, that's really great, it's an 8, or something like that. It's just a bland basic 6.
Does Lighthouse 10 get a 10 from you? You can let us know here on... No! I'm gonna give you the overall average of the Wiwi Jury. Forgive me. The overall average across all 40 jurors around the world, ranging in age from 14 to 65, is 5.61. Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Devin? Too high?
No, I gave it a 6.5, and 5 just means that Elisa sits on the border. It's not going to be left behind, and I'm happy with that. If I see these boys in the final, I'm happy.
You said if. Do you think that will happen?
I think so. Yeah,
Angus?
I think they will appeal to him.
Chris?
They might just scrape it, but I would be surprised.
Borderline at best. I prefer anti-social media.
What?
I do.
And actually, I thought anti-social media, by the end of the semi-finals, I thought that they should have qualified.
It looks
and
good.
They didn't.
Yeah.
And they didn't even really come that close to qualifying. So this, which I don't prefer, I prefer anti-social media, you know, yeah.
Denmark is not invincible. In any event, what do you think? Is Lighthouse 10 your 10? Let us know here on Wiwi Vlogs.
And give us a thumbs up if you like the video.
And please subscribe below.
I'd love to hear your comments, so please get writing.
See you later.
Bye.